Shant, how many days ago did you go back home? What was it? Two?
I think three.
Two? One? It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 23. Season 2, episode 2. How you feeling, big guy?
Good. Are we on season two? If I know, I didn't get a break through season one though.
Well, here's the thing. Because we were in person, which, by the way, man, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every second of it. I wish that we could do more in-person podcasts. That was so sick, man. Maybe in Arizona soon.
Just fly out, man. Just
Once a week.
yeah.
You know, it was really, really, you know what? I think that being in person, I think that people can tell, like, these guys, chemistry is on. So being able to have a conversation, not worrying about interrupting, you not worrying about cutting me off. Like, I'm happy we got this podcast, man. To another year, if I had a beer in my hand, I'd be cheersing you right now. To another year of successful podcasts. This is my favorite part of the week, damn it. So, speaking of to another year of successful things, you had a plane ride home, and you've been here since the start of the new year. I remember asking you, what do you got in mind for this year? I told you I don't want to hear about it until the podcast. What's your vibe right now going into 2020? What do you, like, did the train just not really stop at 2019 and offload anything? You're trying to get rid of some baggage. You're putting new bags on. What do you got in your head, right? You got a kid coming.
I know. So it's kind of crazy because usually December is has been slow for me the past few years, right? It's been the slowest month. And, so if you have time to reflect and plan and get ready for the new year and get excited. I felt like this year I just stumbled into 2020.
Shit. 2020.
I just dragged myself through the finish line. So I'm just trying to dust myself off and coming back. I'm trying to reorganize everything. And it's really just me being back to, I have to step up my video game. That's something that I really thought about. And everything else, I really felt like I could stand packed and just keep doing what I do. I don't need to spend more money here or spend less there. I could just keep doing what I do. But I think just the videos, I have to just be a little bit more consistent.
Shant, why do you want to step up your video game?
I want to kind of be more popular than you.
No, forget me for a second. Forget that I do video and you're in curve. What the fuck is wrong with my hair? I'm so sorry for anybody that's actually watching the podcast. I don't know what's going on here, but forget me for a second. But think about it from just your end, right? What is your intention? Do you want more clients? Do you want to?
Yeah. I just want awareness, and I want people to just reach out to me who don't know me, because the beauty of video is they're seeing who the fuck you are, right? So I'm if I just put enough videos and people see it, if they call me, they like me.
There's no selling happening.
If they don't call me, then it's case closed. When we did our podcast, literally last week together, the second we got off, remember I got a call.
Yeah, I remember that. That was sick.
There's a guy from YouTube. He saw me on YouTube from North Dakota, and he's trying to move out here. So it's it's fucking sick.
Yeah. You almost feel like a celebrity. So I guess, what do you have in mind? Are you trying to continue? Are you trying to stay consistent with the current content that you have, and try to push out more of it, like how I push out based on what kind of new cars have hit the market?
So for me, it's more city-based, and talk more about the cities out here, because that's what I feel has been the biggest. I'll put out really good content, right? How to do something, how to save so much money on buying a house. you get like 40 views, right?
Yeah, like the most important shit you could talk about.
Yeah, the
Right?
most important part of what you need to know. But then like you do one on top reasons to live in this specific city, get 3,000 views, 4,000 views. And for my channel, that's a lot, right?
Right.
So you just have to go with what people want, not what I think is important for people. It's what they want to hear. So it's just,
I would want to do anything in my power to be able to help you. If that's sort of your intention, if that's your goal, that's my goal. My goal is I mean, don't feel special. If it was other family members, I'd also want to help, but because we're both here, if somebody in our family were to come up to me and say, "Ari, can you help me do this?" I'd also help them. But your goal right now is my goal. Like I do it for Sako, I do it for my mom. I want to be involved in that. If you got that in your mind, then I want to help you out in doing that. I just want to see you succeed in 2020. I want to succeed. You want to see me succeed the same way that I want to see you succeed. I am succeeding, but I'm sure that you are too. But there's a level of stress that to some degree makes you forget about the success. The stress weighs out some of the success.
yeah. And what I wanted to kind of also like ask you, because we'll get into like what you're going to do. What's your 2020, right? They're saying 2020 vision, right? Because 2020 eyesight.
Yeah.
Kind of stupid, but okay.
What is it? Is that what you're asking?
What?
What's my or you, yeah? Go ahead.
No, not yet. I don't want to get into that yet. I want to know, like, because I've struggled with this in the past, right? And well, I feel like I'm going to struggle with it this year more than I've struggled with goals previously, right? So I want to know kind of how you, past few years, like, you set goals every year or before the year starts, like what you want to accomplish. And
I did it in the past. I've got some goals planned out for this year, and these goals weren't something that like I was on like, I was laying down in my bed or I was, in the shower one day and I was just thinking I need to set goals. I think it just came to me out of like natural, like Adi, you gotta do this year.
so the past few years you've been doing that, because I know it's probably going to happen to me this year. It's probably happened to a lot of people listening. You set a goal, you get excited. It's the new year. You 3, 2, 1. You're like, this is my fucking year. That's what I told my wife this when we 3, 2, 1.
It is, babe. It is.
It's our year, right? And you're just like so pumped. And then it's like the New Year's resolution. You're like, I'm going to go to the gym, and then by January 16th, you stop. So like, how do you just keep going? How have you done it in the past that you've just kept going?
Why did you just say January 16th?
I just feel like 2 weeks and a couple days, people stop.
That's my birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's coming up. Let me write that down.
So depending on how January 16th goes this year, depends if I'm gonna keep my New Year's resolution or keep my motivation up.
Yeah. So how have you done it? Like,
Shant, what would you say besides work stuff, the content that I post on my Instagram stories, besides work, the restaurant and the videos or whatever, like the screenshots of the videos or whatever, what would you say consistently I post?
car stuff?
The Ferrari F8, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think about the Ferrari F8 at the very minimum, it's an unhealthy amount of like maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day. So before I go to bed, sometimes I watch YouTube videos of guys driving around the Ferrari F8. Very light videos too, nothing crazy. There's no in-depth reviews. I just watch the car. I've got this crazy idea in the back of my mind that I will be the first person that I know to have a Ferrari F8, to have a Ferrari. And I
Wow.
want to be able to afford it. I don't want to just go in and piss away everything I got on a
So
Ferrari.
so it's kind of like your vision board because I've done vision boards in the past, right? For me, it didn't really work.
Right here is my vision board.
Yeah. So is that kind of like a vision board for you, where like every day you are literally just reminding yourself, like, I need before I stop, I need to get this. So like you just keep going.
I don't know how much. I know this is going to sound fucked up, and you're like, dude, why are you thinking that? You never know how much time you have left on the earth. I don't want to wait until I'm 60, 70 years old to be able to buy a Ferrari. I have a vision in mind that until I don't have this, until I haven't accomplished this feeling of wanting something so bad and getting it, I will not have fully succeeded. The Ferrari is that for me. For some people, it's buying an investment property or retiring or having kids. I feel bad to say it that having a kid for me is the same level of excitement as having a Ferrari. I don't know. It sounds materialistic, but to some people, you got to ignore the actual material component of it. It's something that's been embedded in my head since I was a little kid. I've always loved them. So
I remember, yeah.
so for me, it's not an actual material thing. It's an accomplishment. It's an achievement that a lot of people will never see, and that comes from a lot of hard work. You can't just be a Joe Schmo and get something like this. But long story short, my vision is what keeps me motivated. Seeing all the pictures and stuff that come up on my feed of the Ferrari is the reminder that I need to shut off Instagram, go back to my email, go back to my text messages, think of the content that I need to be constantly producing. That's the very motivation that I need, that keeps me working until 1 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday night, I published my video at 1 o'clock in the morning. And in the back of my mind, I thought how nice it would be if this year, maybe I can hit 100,000 subscribers. So that maybe by next year, I can hit 500,000 subscribers and maybe pull off the Ferrari quicker. However, at the same time, I also thought to myself, Ari, you're 32. You're turning 32. If you get a Ferrari by 35, what else is there left? So in my vision board also exists take dating a little bit more seriously, cut down a little bit on the stressful work. Now, you'll also wonder, like, what do you mean by that? How are you going to cut down without cutting down altogether? Cut down a little bit on the stressful work and enjoy a little bit of the week, a sliver.
Like an hour.
Yeah, you don't need to be 34 driving a Ferrari. In fact, you'll be looked at as some fucking weirdo. Why does a 34-year-old guy have a Ferrari? So I'm learning that I'm shooting for the stars, but it doesn't. I think that's kind of my point, is that I've never actually been on the same level of a lot of people when it comes to vision.
So because I know a lot of people do this. A lot of people set goals, right? So like in real estate, like I know someone who sold one year like 20 homes, right? The year before that, 15. And then their goal was next year was 100. And it's like,
Stress is... Yeah, I know.
like, all right, like 100, great. I hope you do it. But it's like, are you doing it to like shoot for 100, but get like 30 and be like, yes.
Yeah, what's the realistic turnaround on
like,
that?
Ferrari, if not, if I get the M8, it's okay. Like, is there like a...
No, it's Ferrari or bust. M8.
Okay.
Look, listen, Sean, I got my priorities straight. Like, I bought a house. I have pretty much no debt. So like it's not like I'm like doing all of this just for a Ferrari. Like no, I'm also considering like okay, you probably should put away for the possibility of like a wedding slash ring at some point or like some sort of like investment in something later on. Me and Zach are weighing out an investment opportunity later on. So like it's not like I have my priorities only focused on that. My vision is what's making all the other shit possible first.
Yeah.
So my motivation, my constant motivation to be able to do all of this work is the Ferrari. And I think everybody should have that. Like you got a motivation right now, which is you and your wife are expecting a child.
Mm-hmm.
If I was expecting a child right now, there's a good chance that I may actually just remove the Ferrari from my priority list and continue the same amount of work in order to be able to sleep comfortably. Like I got to sleep at night knowing, hey, if I don't sell the same amount because I need to fill in for Betty, I can do that. So I guess, can you tell me a little bit about what's keeping you motivated or sort of what's pushing you right now in 2020?
Yeah. So just to touch on kind of a little bit what you said, what I used to do, kind of what you do, you kind of just like watch Ferrari videos, you do this, like, so that's kind of like you're reminding yourself to keep going. And I think that's kind of like what you have to do. What I would do is just, I would always like write it down every day, try to every day, but every maybe couple days of like what I want, right? Like I want a vacation in Europe for a month. I want to have $100,000 in my savings account, and you just start seeing that every couple of days, every day, and you're just like, shit, like I need to have it. Like yeah. The more you talk about it, it's like you got to do it. So for me, for this year, like I thought initially they say, oh, once you have a baby, you're going to want to like go all out, right? It hasn't hit me yet to go all out. Like I think when the baby comes, it will happen. But my vision for this year is like, it's to have $100,000 in my savings account.
Never mind.
I'm not close to it.
Okay.
If you're wondering.
Yeah,
I'm not like 87.
Almost there.
It's not like 5,000 and I'm like that guy, like, oh, 5,000, I'm going to go for $1 million in the bank.
You're going to finish off with 8.
Yeah. Good try, Pat.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of weird. I don't know why, for some reason, that's kind of like in me that I just need to have 100,000 in my savings account. Like as like all my like emergency, like just I want to see $100,000. It's such like a weird thing, right?
That's the magical number.
Yeah, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I just it'll make me feel comfortable having that security, right? Because like having a kid, this, that, you have like, because I don't have benefits. We don't have a 401k. We don't have retirement, right? So
you have like, life insurance?
No, not yet. I'll get it once. I just want to have, like, I always thought that was like an insane amount to me, like growing up for some reason, right? To have, like, I remember someone once said to me, like years ago, they have 100,000 in their savings, like, and it was like, shit. Whoa.
Yeah. You have all that cash?
Yeah, like, so it's just something that, like, I'm like, shit, dude, like, I want to have that. It's not that I'm going to go buy a Rolex or I'm going to go buy a sick car with it. It's just, I just want to see it.
I hope you get it, bro. So, what do you think that you're going to be doing differently, if at all? Are you going to be doing anything differently? Are you changing up your work pattern? As in, you're going to be doing more YouTube. YouTube is not an immediate, for me, YouTube is an immediate income source.
Yeah. For me, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, this is you right now are me last year, I would say, for YouTube.
100, 200 subscribers.
Well, roughly, give or take, the ambition, the idea behind growing it, it
Well,
does.
I don't need it to be like yours, right? Like you're trying to get 100,000 subscribers or 30, you have like, you're at like 20 something, whatever it is, pushing daily content. That's not my goal. My goal is just to have like, when someone types in Phoenix, Arizona, or Tempe, I just want to be on the first page.
Right. You want to be the reputable result. But in terms of work itself, or in terms of in terms of the amount of work that you're going to be putting in, what are you going to be doing differently? Because I can tell you what I've got on my plate, and and it's substantive.
So one thing I'm taking out is, remember the letters I was doing? Maybe we talked about this like episode, like how many episodes ago was it? Like
Season
or-
1, episode number 8.
Yeah, so I was doing that. I was going heavy. Even when I went away in California, I took my printer and all the stuff with me, and I was doing it.
I remember that. I remember that.
And so now like, I'm going to take that off my plate because just nothing came of it. And I'm just going to just kind of take that energy into just, it's just weird because for me, it's like activity, right? In real estate, you do a little bit more activity, you'll get more clients. So I'm going to take that activity out, put in more making phone calls and stuff like that. And from that, I'll probably just like get my business 25% more this year.
Do a lot of realtors blog? Would you recommend, or has anybody recommended to you about blogging?
Yeah, people have, and it seems like it's a good thing, especially with like Google searching and all this stuff. But honestly, like LinkedIn isn't. I'm going to try to be a little bit better on LinkedIn. I feel like I don't want to do too much of like blog videos, this, that, and like for me, it's like kind of a headache. Like writing is not my strong suit. It's not.
So fuck writing for a second. So I'm gonna give away a little bit of what I did. This will work for anything. It's not just real estate. So you make a YouTube video, right? Or you've made YouTube videos and you uploaded the video, and I know that if you press closed caption, you'll see the transcript of your speech be displayed on the bottom of the video, right? You've done that to a video before?
Mm-hmm.
So in your settings, you'll be able to reveal the transcript for your video. If anybody wants a quick and easy way to start getting the top search result for whatever it is that you're doing, make a video and copy paste the transcript onto a page, onto their website, a blank page, like a www.shantswebsite.com / whatever it is that you're talking about in very, very detailed text. So Arizona Tempe real estate whatever the video or topic's title is, copy paste the transcript of your video as the text for that page. You're doing a 2-in-1 here. And then embed the YouTube video that you made. This is secondary for anybody that's not doing video. Embed it into the page of that website that you made. What's going on right now is that every time somebody searches into Google whatever topic that you were talking about, your website will come up. So it's going to be both your website with whatever you were talking about in the video and the video. So not only now are you being given 2 ways of authentication, you're basically reaching them in that sense of like, oh, you can trust me, I'm on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sort of like I do this all the time. So that's just my little tidbit, my little advice for anybody that either is good at writing and can do this, to blog more, because people are looking for very particular search results, or if somebody that doesn't like to do video like Shant, or sorry, doesn't like to do writing like Shant, but can do video, copy the transcript for the video. That's essentially what got me elevated in search results for, if you search like Boston car broker or like whatever.
Let's see, Boston car broker. Let's see if you pop up.
I just redid my website, so it's possible I'm not at the top. So,
In car brokers in Boston. Yeah, you are number 2.
yeah, I just literally redid my website, man. So it sucks I lost the number 1 position, but whatever. I don't even want to be number 1. I actually prefer to be like number 3. So people aren't like, nope, fuck number 1. Let's go to like number 2.
Yeah. I feel like I don't go to number 1.
Yeah, I feel like nobody goes to number 1 because they feel like it's like overused. You know what I mean?
Let me go number 3. Like it's like a, It's,
Yeah. And little trick, nobody clicks on the ad anymore.
Yeah.
So, I've got some changes I've got to make.
Yeah. What are you doing?
So I'm going to cut down drastically on the amount of clients I take in for my day-to-day car brokering. I'm going to hammer YouTube. I'm going to go fucking ape shit.
Like what's ape shit?
If I have to, I might do a video a day, if not 2. Every day, 1 video. I'm trying my best. So far, this past 2 weeks, or how many days into 2019 or 2020 are we? What, 9, 10? I've made a video every day. So I'm going to try and go crazy on it. So the reason why I'm doing this is because it's a lot easier to scale where I am right now.
Do you think it's easier to scale than your BAC?
Yeah. There's only one of me, Shant. So if I can't do that many deals, I can get like 500,000 views and make money that way.
But don't you think like you don't want to go like the hiring route? Build out BAC.
I can do that later.
Like wider.
I can do that later. I can't. You can't do that later with YouTube. One has got to come before the other one. So in order for me to be able to pay an employee, I've got to have that client pool first. I don't have enough clients, I would say, to be able to have multiple people. I could have another person, but right now, because I'm considering scaling down, I don't want to bring on another person. So long story short, I need to do this. And my father threw in a curveball for this year. He made a real estate investment. So now he's been like tense. Like, he's got to make sure we see like a 15% increase guaranteed this year in sales.
Yeah.
So he's been on my ass. Ari, can you start marketing again? Can you do this? We're short a couple staff people. Can you hire? So that restaurant needs a ton more attention. So actually, the funny thing about that is I'm considering starting to do YouTube for the restaurant. Not personally, not me in the videos, but a lot more promo stuff. So if you type into Google, best Middle Eastern restaurant or best Middle Eastern caterer, or best caterer.
In Boston, yeah.
They're going to start seeing really, really delicious content. So
that's interesting. You're going to go back to going hard on social and stuff with the restaurant?
I have to. Yeah. My dad's pressing it. It's not even like the restaurant's doing bad. The restaurant's doing good, but he just fucking...
he just wants to
have a cushion under his ass.
I mean, I had a sandwich the other day when I came by. So
how good was that?
It was really good, man.
Yeah.
It was really... Shit, man. I wish I lived there, dude.
No, you don't.
No, just for the restaurant. Not for not to live in Boston, but just to be able to roll up, get a sandwich.
Yeah. So I've got a lot of stress that I'm trying to offload for 2020. I'm trying to delegate my time a lot better, talk to fewer people throughout my day. So if I ignored one of your text messages, I'm sorry. Keep in mind the volume of text. And I'm sure, Shant, that this year you're going to be going to be doing
Yeah.
more communicating.
Yeah, I have to. And so you're going to be doing a lot more video, right? Trying to do more video to talk to less people to be, because I guess that's like you said, it's more scalable. You'll be seen more on video.
That's the goal.
Your reach is larger.
Don't get me wrong here for a second, though. Let me backtrack before we. I want to talk to less people because I've got a ton of people that I've got to talk to. So just keep in mind, I'm not trying to go and like hide in a corner.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tone it down a little bit. My phone is it blows up constantly. So the reason the logic behind this is that if I put out enough content, more people will be self-sufficient so that they wouldn't actually need to contact
your actual
me.
Like time.
Let me give you some sort of like point of reference as to what I'm talking about. My average transaction per brokered car is about $400. So if I scale video views from, let's say, 12,000 video views a day to like 40,000 or 50,000 video views a day, $100 goes to $400. That means that instead of selling a car a day, I can get a car a day in ad rev. And that's just ad rev. I have multiple other streams of income that come in from video views. There's all sorts of other affiliate marketing links that work. So that's the beauty of what I'm doing, is that I'm not just relying on ad revenue. So that's why I want to go all in. Instead of selling a car a day, I'd rather just focus and be less stressed out by scaling and helping more people. So I don't want you to get me wrong. It's not that I'm not trying to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So
no, that's freaking that's exciting. That's
does that sound less stressful to you?
Yeah, dude. Bro, like that's like, so that's awesome. What, since we're kind of like wrapping up here, I want to know.
I didn't hear the ding go off.
It's coming. So I want to like get your answer. And you kind of mentioned it, and I kind of have what I want to do this year is kind of different as far as like, besides work, besides like, more videos or this, that, like besides work, what is something this year you're trying to like be more of, do more, do less? You kind of mentioned it with the girl or the...
I want a girlfriend, man. I want to invest a little bit of my time.
So how are you going to, so like, what are you going to do? And then like, what did you mean when you said you're going to take some time to like enjoy? Like, what are you going to do? Are we going to sit and watch 90 Day Fiancé together?
With her? Or like myself?
We were watching it this weekend.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that I wouldn't need to think about that. I just kind of like go with the flow. Like my friends are constantly out and about. To a certain degree, remember when I was telling you in the car, like I kind of forgot how to socialize a little bit?
Yeah.
It's come to that. Like I haven't had an actual like permanent girlfriend in like 3 years. More. So like I got to get back into the swing of that. And I think that having a girl to some degree, she kind of like dictates your social life a little bit. So that's helpful. It almost keeps me kind of like organized throughout the week. Like, all right, Tuesday is the day I got to socialize, Tuesday night. Friday night, I got to socialize, or Saturday, whatever. So like, that's what I got. I got to concentrate on I got to see the signs a little bit better. Like if I know a chick is flirting with me, I got to be a little bit quicker to gauge if I'm interested or not and not be so caught up in my work.
Yeah. So you want to kind of just enjoy a little bit of what's going on. Like
yeah.
Take the foot off the gas pedal, but not by taking it off the gas pedal.
Exactly. I want to be able to sort of man, I want to stop wasting my time on fucking bullshit calls. That's what I want to do, man. I get so many absurd, stupid-ass phone calls throughout my day that it's just like, dude, like I don't need nobody needs this shit, man.
So you want to less calls to be able to enjoy a little bit with, you know.
Yeah, like I don't. I want to be able to be so baseline stressed out that like I can like I'm not through the roof by the time that it's like 4 p.m. that like I can actually handle interactions with people.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I got, man. I'm just trying to like be less stressed out in 2020, but scale. So I think diverting my attention a little bit and saying no, taking a step back and taking like multiple steps forward is my vision for 2020. How I'm going to get closer to the Ferrari in 2020.
Okay. That's good, man. And for me,
Yes.
so what I've been trying to like really focus on, it's kind of weird. Like I want to be reading every night, like read, right? Like even if it's like 10 page, like I want to do 5 to 10 pages a night, right? Like I started this like in December to like kickstart it into, because I realized if I read 10 pages a night, right? For like 300, let's say you miss 60 days out of the year, that's 3,000 pages, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
like,
10 books.
yeah, that's a lot of books.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we talked about this whole like like listening to Audible to, we had this argument. I'm like, I want to start reading, man. I want to like, because,
Mental stimulation.
well, because I'm always like trying to, like, I see something, like a thing. I'm like looking for like the bullet point, right? Like I see a document. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. Boom, got the bottom part. So like, I feel like reading will get me to slow down a little bit and actually fucking look at the whole picture.
So what is it exactly about the reading that you're hoping to get out of it? Is to see the whole picture or to mentally is it to like mentally compartmentalize?
Mentally, just like slow down and like you have to go through each word rather than like turn a page and just focus on like, all right, got what I needed. Like no, like go through it.
I think
Like
I could
fin-
probably be helped by some of that too. That's
yeah, it's
awesome.
a and I just want to like, and I've kind of put this. I started this like you know, I go to the gym all pretty often, but it's like I want to start going fucking hard, right? Like I want to leave the gym because I was going to the gym for a while and not like I was like, you know, just like.
Yeah, because you were a big dude before. You were a lot.
Well, like just go and like you're like, all right, time to go. You know, like you just go to go. But like now it's like I have a thing where like I have to leave when I'm like super like just out of breath. I can't leave till like I'm either out of breath or like sweating, like just heavy.
But what's the fucking point of this right now? Why?
I don't know, man. I just
What's
feel like
your
why am I
goal?
going if I'm not gonna fucking just like even if it's 4 days a week rather than 6 or 7, it's like get it all out.
Somebody did say yesterday about it's not just physical, it's mental too. I guess
Hmm.
your pursuit of being able to take on more, you have a lot higher tolerance, or like you have a lot more desire to take on more. Once you're
Yeah.
finished, you're not exactly finished.
And I want to do some yoga this year. That's another goal of mine.
All right, now you're just wasting my time.
You should try. You need it.
I heard meditation. I heard it from the person I was not expecting it from whatsoever. I heard it from like a 48-year-old kind of fat Armenian guy. I'm not going to name names. I'm like, how do you manage? Like, how do you not get? Because he has like a few. I'm trying not to give away too much
Okay,
information right
okay.
now. And he goes, I meditate. I'm like, when and where? And he goes, I'm like, do you do it at home? And he goes, you see the back office over there? I'm like, shut the fuck up. You close the door, you lock the door behind you while the ladies are working, and you fucking meditate in there? He goes, yeah, every day. I'm like, what if, like, what if somebody walks in? What if you forget to lock the door?
Is he like a calm guy and stuff? Like, is he?
You know what? He laughs at people a lot. Like he cracks a lot of jokes. He kind of tries to not take things too seriously, but like meditation, really? Like
Are you
that
gonna
guy?
try it?
I need an instruction book before I can do anything. I don't know
I
exactly what it
think
entails.
there might be. I could be 100% wrong. There could be a YouTube video on it, how to meditate.
I should probably check that out. Hey
Yeah.
Google, teach me how to meditate. That no, it's you. I can't.
No, so yeah, I think you should try it once or twice. It's gonna feel weird. I've done it. That's why, like, I think reading's gonna help me like slow my mind down because like me trying to meditate is like I'm thinking of 1,000 things. So give
Yeah,
it a shot, man. We'll hit some yoga and meditation classes when you come out.
coming soon, bro. Coming soon.
You have to. My dad's gonna beat the shit out of you if you don't come out. I
Yeah,
think.
I kind of made a promise to him that I'd come. I'll start looking for tickets after this podcast.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
good night, Shant.
Good night, Ari.